A quiet morning. You tug a belt one notch tighter and wonder why effort never sticks. This film invites you to a kinder question than, what's wrong with me? What's happening inside me? Drawing on Gary Taubes' work, we explore how hormones, especially insulin, can trap energy in fat cells and leave you hungry, tired, and blamed. Stay with me. The answer is not less you, but new understanding, and with it, gentler choices that shift your metabolic tide. Gary Taubes began as an investigative science writer, asking why obesity surged as we preached low fat and willpower. His trail led to biochemistry. When insulin is high, fat cells store more, and the rest of the body feels short on fuel. The result is fatigue and gnawing hunger. Symptoms, not failures. If you live with metabolic syndrome, this lens can be a turning point. Physiology first, then habits that fit your biology. You may have counted calories, walked miles, and still watch the scale defy you. Anxiety grows when effort and outcome drift apart. Taubes suggests the mismatch may not be your discipline, but your hormones. Think of insulin as a traffic cop directing fuel into fat storage. When signals stay red, muscles idle, and appetite pushes you to the drive-thru. We will learn how to change the signals, not punish the driver. Here's the hook. What if overeating is the consequence of getting fat, not the cause? When insulin shuttles calories into fat, the rest of your body senses scarcity and demands more. You eat because cells feel unfed. This flips the story from blame to biology. Keep watching. We will test this idea in your breakfast bowl, your lunch choices, and the rhythm of your day, revealing levers you can gently move. By the final minutes, you will hold a simple map. Identify triggers that spike insulin, choose satisfying foods that calm it, and shape routines that support stable energy. No shaming, no crash rules, only informed experiments. If you are on medications or have medical conditions, please consult your physician before making changes. Now let us step into awareness with compassion and curiosity. Metabolic syndrome is a cluster: increased waist size, higher blood pressure, elevated fasting glucose, high triglycerides, and low HDL. Together, they signal insulin resistance, the body shouting that insulin's message is not landing. Imagine a doorbell that never stops ringing. The house tunes it out, so the caller rings louder. We will translate this noise into steps that quiet the bell and restore calm. Visceral fat around the waist is not just storage, it acts like an endocrine organ, whispering inflammatory signals and deepening insulin resistance. Picture a backpack you cannot take off, weighing on every step, every night of sleep. When insulin is high, that backpack fills faster. Lowering the signal, even modestly, can begin to lighten the load, often before the scale fully reflects it. Hunger is not a moral test. When insulin channels energy into fat cells, your brain senses a shortage and drives appetite. You eat, yet fatigue lingers because fuel remains locked away. This explains the paradox of being both well-fed and energy-starved. Our work is to reduce the locking signal so energy becomes accessible again. Relief often feels like steady warmth returning to cold hands. Refined carbohydrates, white bread, sugary drinks, pastries, are quickly digested into glucose, raising blood sugar and prompting insulin to rise. The faster the spike, the stronger the storage signal. Think of it as pouring gasoline on a small flame. In metabolic syndrome, tissues resist insulin's call, so the body releases more. We will look for meals that burn steady, like slow logs instead of paper. Insulin is essential. It helps cells absorb glucose and signals fat cells to store energy. But when it stays high too often, fat becomes a one-way vault. Muscles receive less, you feel heavy and drained, and cravings rise. The goal is not no insulin, but balanced pulses, like a conductor guiding crescendos and rests. We will learn to favor foods and habits that create rhythm, not constant noise. Low fat often means higher carbohydrate load, especially refined grains. For some, this raises insulin and hunger, leading to snacking and fatigue. Imagine swapping creamy, satisfying foods for dry crackers that dissolve to sugar. Satiety fades quickly. We will explore ways to include healthy fats and proteins that curb appetite and steady blood sugar, aligned with your medical guidance and personal needs. Movement is vital for health, yet Taubes notes we often confuse cause and effect. Being sedentary can be the result of low available energy. When fuel is sequestered in fat, muscles feel underpowered. Exercise then feels punishing. As insulin quiets and fuel flows, movement becomes inviting. We will position activity as a gentle ally, not a penance, but a signal that your metabolism is rebalancing. Glycemic index and load estimate how fast and how much a food raises blood sugar. High numbers mean rapid spikes. Lower ones tend to be gentler. Use them as a compass, not a cage. Non-starchy vegetables, proteins, and some fats often keep the curve smooth. For those with metabolic syndrome, swapping high-load staples for lower-load options may feel like turning down static so your brain can hear fullness. Historically, as refined sugar and flour spread, society saw rising obesity and diabetes. Correlation is not causation, yet the pattern is troubling. Sweetness is seductive because it promises quick energy, then leaves a crash. For insulin-resistant bodies, it is a roller coaster with loose brakes. Our path is not joyless abstinence, but choosing sweets with intention and frequency that your body can handle. 2 mornings, 2 plates. Day 1, orange juice, toast, sweet yogurt, energy spikes, then sinks. Day 2, eggs, sautéed greens, a few olives, energy steadies. You notice hunger arrives later, more politely. This is not a prescription, but an experiment in your own lab, your body. If you manage glucose or take medications, please discuss meal changes with your clinician for safety and fit. Consider replacing a large refined grain sandwich with a bowl of hearty salad greens, chicken or tofu, olive oil, nuts, and a few beans. Many feel longer fullness and clearer focus. The principle: more protein and healthy fats, fewer rapidly absorbed starches. Each body is unique. Your numbers and preferences matter. Share changes with your healthcare team, especially if you monitor glucose or blood pressure. Build a plate that looks like a small garden with a sturdy anchor. Non-starchy vegetables in color, a palm-sized portion of protein, and a thumb of healthy fat. If including starch, choose slower ones and modest portions. The aim is hormonal calm, fewer sharp insulin bursts. Eat unhurried, notice satiety's gentle arrival, and stop just before fullness. Your nights may thank you with steadier sleep. Fiber slows digestion, blunting glucose spikes, and feeding gut microbes that may support metabolic health. Picture a gentle mesh in the intestines, asking sugars to enter the blood in an orderly line. Vegetables, nuts, seeds, and some legumes offer this support. Start gradually to avoid discomfort and pair with hydration. It is less about grams than patterns. Most meals, most days, include some fiber friends. Not all fats act alike. Natural fats from olives, nuts, seeds, fish, and modest dairy can enhance satiety and flavor, helping reduce reliance on refined starch. Excess industrial trans fats remain harmful and best avoided. If you manage cholesterol or take lipid-lowering meds, tailor choices with your clinician. Our aim is satisfied calm, not restriction anxiety, a plate that quiets cravings and supports your labs. Cutting calories aggressively can trigger a defense. Metabolism slows, hunger rises, and movement feels harder. It is like a thermostat sensing winter and turning down heat to conserve energy. Rather than a constant deficit, we seek better signaling, lower insulin spikes, so your body frees stored energy. When cells access fuel, appetite and activity often align more naturally with your goals. Bodies adapt. After weight loss, hormones influencing hunger and metabolic rate can shift to defend the prior weight. This does not mean defeat, it means be patient and strategic. Gentle, sustainable changes, especially those that manage insulin and improve sleep, can help the set point drift. Think of a river gradually carving a new path rather than blasting a channel in one day. Spacing meals, avoiding constant grazing, can allow insulin to fall between meals, letting fat cells release energy. You need not force long fasts. Simply create pauses that feel comfortable and medically safe. A consistent overnight window often helps. If you use insulin or glucose-lowering drugs, talk with your clinician before changing meal timing to prevent hypoglycemia and ensure safety. As insulin drops, kidneys may release sodium and water, changing fluid balance. Some people feel lightheaded or crampy at first. Adequate fluids and balanced electrolytes can help. Favor water. Consider broth, mineral-rich foods, or clinician-guided supplements when appropriate. Listen to your body's signals. This is less a hack than respectful care as your metabolism recalibrates. Short or poor sleep raises stress hormones and can worsen insulin resistance, increase hunger, and sap resolve. Treat sleep as therapy. Dim lights, a consistent bedtime, cool room, and a wind-down ritual. When nights are stable, cravings quiet. If sleep apnea is suspected, snoring, gasping, morning headaches, seek evaluation. Treating it can be transformative for metabolic health and daily vitality. Stress releases cortisol, nudging blood sugar higher and appetite toward quick fuel. It is the body's ancient alarm. When alarms blare daily, insulin follows, and fat storage climbs. We cannot erase stress, but we can install buffers. A 5-breath pause before meals, a 10-minute walk, a note of gratitude. These micro moments lower the noise so your signals stay clear. Gentle movement, walks after meals, light strength work, stretching can improve insulin sensitivity and help glucose find muscles instead of fat cells. Think of it as sending a message. Fuel welcome here. Start where you are, even 5 minutes. Over time, small steps compound. If you have joint pain, heart disease, or other conditions, discuss an activity plan with your healthcare professional first. Ask about waist circumference, fasting glucose, A1C, fasting insulin if appropriate, triglycerides, HDL, blood pressure, and liver enzymes. Trends teach. Share your daily patterns and symptoms, energy dips, cravings, sleep. The goal is partnership, your lived experience plus your clinician's expertise. This teamwork transforms data into decisions that respect your body's context. Some medications, insulin, sulfonylureas, certain antipsychotics, steroids, can influence weight or glucose. Never change prescriptions on your own. If you adjust eating patterns, coordinate with your clinician to avoid low blood sugar or other risks. Safety is the foundation of progress. Personalized care ensures your path honors both your goals and your medical realities. Create meals that serve everyone. A shared protein, abundant vegetables, and optional starch on the side. You choose portions that fit your signals. Others can add rice or bread as they wish. This keeps joy on the table and pressure off conversations. Food is also relationship. Let it be inclusive while you steer gently toward your metabolic calm. Start around the store's edges. Produce, eggs, fish, dairy, meats, legumes. Add nuts, seeds, olive oil, herbs. In the center aisles, choose selectively canned beans, tomatoes, spices. Read labels for hidden sugars and sauces and dressings. A cart of colors and textures becomes a week of steady energy. Less drama, more life. Sugar hides as dextrose, maltose, corn syrup, rice syrup, cane juice, and more. Ingredients are listed by weight. If sugars crowd the top, sweetness leads the show. Compare portions to what you truly eat. Your power is not perfection, but awareness. Small swaps reduce insulin noise without stealing joy. Scan menus for proteins and vegetables. Ask for sauces on the side, and consider swapping fries for a salad. If bread arrives, decide ahead. A small taste or skip entirely. You are not difficult, you are deliberate. Satisfaction is your compass. Leave feeling steady, not stuffed. If you use glucose monitoring, observe how your favorites affect your curve. Festivities feed connection. Choose your non-negotiables. Grandma's dish, a cherished dessert, and savor slowly. Balance the plate with proteins and greens to buffer the spike. Share a walk after. Joy and health can coexist when intention leads. One moment never defines you. The pattern does. Progress often stalls as your body recalibrates. Do not panic. Revisit basics. Sleep, stress, meal composition, and timing. Are liquid sugars sneaking in? Are portions drifting? Small course corrections matter. Plateaus can be consolidation. Your metabolism learning its new language. Patience turns the page. Notice when the scale misses. Steadier energy, fewer cravings, looser waistbands, clearer mornings, calmer mood, improved labs. These are signals of hormonal harmony. Celebrate them aloud. They predict the scale's eventual agreement and matter for lifelong health, beyond any number. Whole fruit arrives with water, fiber, and micronutrients that slow absorption. For many, berries, citrus, or apples fit well. Juices behave more like sugar water. Your context matters. Blood glucose goals, meds, and preferences. Choose fruits that keep you steady and pair with protein or nuts when helpful. Personalize. Do not demonize. Comfort is not only in ingredients but in ritual, warmth, and memory. Rebuild favorites with slower carbs, richer textures, and mindful portions. Zucchini lasagna, cauliflower mash, hearty stews. Keep the soul, adjust the signals. The goal is to feel comfort now and tomorrow morning too. Meetings with pastries, candy bowls, skipped lunches. Your day is a minefield. Place shields, bring a protein-rich snack, keep water near, step out for a brief walk before sweet trays. Ask a colleague to be your ally. These small defenses prevent hunger from making choices you would not pick with a clear mind. Begin with light, water, and a breath. Step outside if you can. Morning light anchors circadian rhythm, improving sleep later, and hunger cues today. Choose a breakfast that stabilizes you, or delay gently if appropriate and safe for you. A 3-minute stretch tells your body, we are okay. Calm is metabolic currency. Close the kitchen after your last intentional meal. Dim lights, reduce screens, and write one line of gratitude. A short walk can flatten post-dinner glucose curves. Protecting the overnight window helps insulin settle and energy unlock by morning. The day ends with care, not judgment. Airports and stations tempt with quick sugar, pack anchors, nuts, jerky or tofu bites, cheese, low sugar bars, and a refillable bottle. Scan for salads and proteins at terminals. Movement between gates counts. You are not chasing perfection, only guarding your signals in motion. Invite a friend or family member to walk, cook, or simply check in. Social support reduces stress and increases follow-through. Share recipes, swap ideas, and celebrate labs improving. Progress is lighter in company. The body hears safety when the heart feels seen. Shame spikes stress. Stress spikes insulin. Kindness is not indulgence. It is metabolic strategy. When you slip, pause, and observe. What triggered the choice? What tiny adjustment will help next time? Your body is listening. Speak to it like a trusted friend, and it will respond. Mina, 48, faced 3 p.m. crashes. She swapped a sweet latte and muffin for unsweetened tea, a small salad with chicken, and a handful of almonds. Crashes faded, evening snacking decreased. Her doctor monitored glucose, adjusting guidance. The lesson, one daily swap, can ripple across the day. Jin, 55, overate at night. He added a protein-rich breakfast, a short midday walk, and set a kitchen closing time. With his clinician's support, nighttime hunger softened. He slept earlier, woke clearer, and felt in charge again. Strength is built from small bricks laid consistently. Exercise is a gift to the heart, muscles, and mind. Yet without calming insulin, it may not shift fat storage much for some people. Food signals and sleep set the stage. Movement performs beautifully upon it. Combine them, and your body hears a coherent message. Release, rebuild, renew. From Taubes' frame, refined carbohydrates raise insulin. Insulin steers fuel into fat. Hunger and fatigue can follow. Reducing rapid carbs and improving sleep, stress, and movement often improve signals. This is not a cure-all, but a powerful lens to personalize your path with your clinician's guidance. If you live with diabetes, heart, kidney, or liver conditions, or take medications, changes to meals or timing should be coordinated with your physician or healthcare team. Personalized plans protect you while you explore. Bring your questions. You're not a problem to fix, but a person to support. 2. For 2 weeks, simply observe and nudge. Choose protein and vegetables at most meals. limit sugary drinks, add a short post-meal walk, keep a consistent sleep window, track hunger, energy, and mood. Share results with your clinician to tailor next steps. This is an exploration, not a prescription. Picture a morning where your belt slips easily, your mind is clear, and breakfast is a calm choice. The mirror shows not just a body, but a relationship healed between you and your biology. You did not conquer yourself, you collaborated. This vision begins with one small decision today. When meals dampen insulin, more protein, fiber, and healthy fats, many people report less hunger between meals. Early days can vary as your body adjusts. Keep hydration steady, include electrolytes if needed, and tweak portions. Your signals will guide you better than any rigid rule. Individual responses to dietary fat differ. Some see improved triglycerides and HDL. LDL patterns may vary. Work with your clinician to monitor lipids and adjust choices. Emphasize whole foods, vegetables, and quality fats. Your labs are a conversation, not a verdict. Consider reframing. There are choices and their effects. Frequent high-sugar days can keep insulin elevated. Strategic, mindful treats, paired with protein and movement, may fit more kindly. Notice how you feel after and the next morning. Curiosity beats guilt every time. Attach new habits to old ones. Water after teeth brushing, a walk after lunch, screens off with the first yawn. Each cue anchors behavior without willpower battles. Over weeks, momentum replaces motivation. Your environment becomes your ally. Language shapes action. Say, I am the person who chooses steady energy, or I close the kitchen after dinner. These identities cue choices automatically, aligning with your physiology and values. You are not on a temporary fix. You are becoming someone new, kindly and deliberately. Choose one pledge for this week. Remove sugary drinks, add a post-meal walk, or protect 7 hours of sleep. Make it specific, small, and visible. When success feels easy, add the next. The body trusts consistency more than intensity. We move from anxiety to awareness. Insulin as a key conductor, refined carbs as noise, sleep and stress as amplifiers, movement as harmony. Your choices tune the orchestra. When signals align, hunger softens, energy steadies, and your life's music becomes clearer and kinder. If your body wrote you a letter, it might say, I'm not broken, I am overloaded. Please lower the noise and I will show you my strength. Place your hand on your heart. Promise one small kindness today, then listen for tomorrow's reply. In our next chapter, we will unpack plateaus in depth, explore CGM insights, and craft restaurant strategies for complex menus. Bring your questions. We will fold them into the story. Your life is the laboratory, and you are the lead investigator. If this journey resonated, please subscribe, like, and share to support others seeking metabolic calm. Comment with one pledge you will try this week. Remember, before making significant changes to diet, activity, or medications, consult your physician for personalized guidance. May your next meal be a message of safety your body can hear.